Let's talk about dried longans, or the dried dragon eye fruit. This is another one of my favorite dried fruits. It's like the trifecta between dried longans, dried red dates, and dried goji berries. These are my three little sweet favorite friends in Chinese soups and teas. Thank you, Corey, for this great suggestion to talk about dried longans. And I know I've been talking a lot about the warmer ingredients, but it's that time of year, autumn into winter. Warmth, restoration, tonifying and nourishing our qi and blood is really what we want right now. Dried longans are warmer than dried red dates. Let's start with their natural fruit fresh state. And this is what they look like fresh right from the supermarket. Dried longan itself is actually already pretty warm to start in this state. And when dried, it becomes even warmer. And so this is what it looks like. It's got like a white flesh with this brown peel. And it's actually pretty heaty as a fresh fruit. I mean, if you eat pounds and pounds of it, you're probably going to get a nosebleed, or so my mom will always tell me. And so you'll feel it, right? If you eat just a whole bag of these, you will definitely feel really heaty inside the body. But, amazingly sweet, refreshing, and delicious as a fresh fruit. You may notice when you're buying dried longans that there's different colors. Some are lighter in color, some are darker in color. This is just because of how they're processed. The darker the color, the warmer they are. The darker ones tend to be more roasted or sun-dried. And they do taste heavier, almost like a caramel flavor that's deep, dark, and rich. Lighter colored longans are less warm, but still warm and have a sweet, lighter taste. It's really up to you on which taste profile you like. I have both in my pantry, but do use the darker ones when I'm feeling particularly tired, groggy, or overworked. You can't really go wrong with the qualities of dried longans. It is a very common ingredient found in most Asian supermarkets, herbal shops, or even online. I'll drop a few suggestions in the description. You want to look for ones that are whole and complete, and even if they're shriveled, that's perfectly okay because that's how they're processed and the moisture has been removed. And that color that you're looking for is the deep, dark tones of brown or orange and evenly colored. Smell them. They should smell distinctly sweet, like caramel. If they smell like something else, like a little bit musty or sour, then it's probably not the best quality and I wouldn't use them. The longan targets the heart and spleen, where dried red dates targets the spleen and stomach. And here's where their actions are fundamentally different. The heart, not the brain, is also known in TCM as the emperor or empress in us. And one of its key responsibilities in TCM is governing our spirit, also known as the shen. And this is why dried longans are perfect for insomnia, poor sleep, anxiety, or over-worrying. What it does is anchors our spirit back into ourselves, through here, our heart, and through here, our mind. They are also amazing at tonifying or strengthening our blood. This is great for pale complexions or dizziness, and definitely an herb for post-surgery and postpartum to rebuild blood and energy. So in a way, it's like a great partner to the dried red dates. The dried longan is the anchor that settles our mind and spirit, while the dried red dates are fuel for our digestive engine to produce more blood and qi. I often use dried longans in teas as combination with dried red dates or goji berries, or dried longans with lotus seeds and dried red dates as a powerhouse sleep tonic, as lotus seeds can help calm the spirit as well. This is really the perfect post-meal tea as I wind down for the day. They are also a tasty addition to soups, so you can add this to any soup that also uses dried red dates for that added sweetness and calming properties. As always, remember, warming ingredients can overheat an already heaty body. If you have sore throats, canker sores, a fever, acne, or constipation, I would avoid dried longans for now, as it's like adding more fire to an already out of control furnace. As well, if you're feeling sluggish, have a lot of sticky phlegm, or a sticky taste in your mouth, you could be overly damp. And the added sweetness of the longans are going to make you more damp, as sweet contributes to dampness. That's just the nature of these flavors. Dried longans can store pretty nicely in room temperature in an airtight container. And if they do start to stick together like this, that's okay. That's just the natural sugars and oils bonding together. As long as they're still plump, have retained their color, and still smell wonderfully sweet, they're okay. You can just gently pull them apart to separate them for usage. I will personally travel with dried longans because of how well they keep. I'll use either little tea bags or plastic baggies and use them in my hot water bottles in the office or at the airports where I can get access to hot water. I find they help me settle for the night, especially during work trips or if I'm experiencing jet lag. If you have any questions or thoughts, just leave them in the comments. I do answer as many as I can because I know I do miss some information when I'm making these videos. Happy tea and soup making with dried longans, and I'll see you next time.